Hello and welcome to the Joinery Business Podcast. Today on the show, Tiffany and Claire will go over some great marketing advice for the start of 2025, as well as what's new this year in our Joinery-specific marketing agency, The Marketing Joint. This is going to be a really exciting year for marketing with all the advancements in technology and social media, and we really can't wait to get into why. The Joinery Business Podcast is sponsored by MaxCut Software. MaxCut is a small software business focusing on the cabinetry industry. Their main purpose and goal is to empower cabinet makers to estimate, cut, and complete cut list jobs more efficiently and easily without breaking the bank. Visit the MaxCut Software website linked in our description to try the free community edition of MaxCut Software to see what MaxCut can do for you. If you have any questions about today's episode, be sure to jump on over to the Joinery Business Hub on Facebook. Now, without further ado, let's jump into today's episode.
Welcome back to the Joinery Business Podcast. Really excited today. We've got a special guest, but also a well-loved team member from the Marketing Joint and the Joinery Coach in the studio today, Claire Marie.
Hi everyone. Thanks for having me on again.
We love having Claire on. She is so knowledgeable when it comes to marketing, Google Analytics, social media websites, anything marketing. Claire is your gal. And so it is only natural that today's episode is going to be talking about marketing trends in 2025 and what we at the Marketing Joint can be doing to, aid our clients in getting the best marketing results that they can in this space. I might hand the mic over to Claire, and Claire can give you a bit of a brief overview of her role and what she envisions for 2025, and then what you think is the first thing that we want to focus on.
Awesome. So my name is Claire. I am the marketing manager at the Marketing Joint, and we have some lovely clients, all joinery companies across Australia, and we've had some international clients as well, which is super exciting. So all about making their marketing work for them, and not just social media, really an all-inclusive service, including their website, socials, presence on Google, and what they can be doing in terms of everyday customer interactions to really nurture their marketing as well. We're starting off with our first marketing podcast for the year, and we're going to be going through all of our trends that we suspect are going to be huge in 2025. Already kind of seen them picking up, but something that can really give you an eye on what to focus on when it comes to marketing this year.
Absolutely. I feel like starting off the year, Instagram's already hit us with a hit of, we're going to change your feed into a 4:5 ratio, and that had everybody's heads spinning in the week that happened. And I think a lot of people hated it and a lot of people loved it. And now everybody's sort of accepted
We're used to it.
Now we're used to it. Meta is always changing the algorithm. And one thing that we know to be true is that video marketing, our video content is king in the space. So we know that video content is going to continue to dominate in 2025. We know that it's engaging, it's shareable, and great storytelling is going to encourage your viewers, your followers, your customers, or your potential customers to share that content in their own feeds, but also engage with you on your own site, on your own feeds as well. So talk to us about a focus on video marketing and what we're likely to see at the Marketing Joint and in 2025 in this space.
Yeah, I think video is something that's really engaging, especially for a joinery business, usually happening behind closed doors if you don't have a showroom. It's not like a retail store where someone can walk in and get a vibe for you and get an idea of what's going on behind the scenes. So I think having these little video clips, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. We're not always talking long form content. A lot of the time it's less than 30 seconds. They can be clipped together really quickly. but it just gives that element of trust and a bit of behind the scenes or some quick tips and lets you be in front of the customer's mind without any effort. You're speaking to thousands of people at once. Can also be your customers themselves speaking in the video. So you could get customer testimonials, and people are always going to have that extra element of trust when they can see someone speaking to camera compared to just reading it on a text on a screen. Especially we're used to now super quick
5-second videos,
That's
right?
it.
We're constantly scrolling all the time and we want to break through somehow that content. How can we speak directly to the client so that they will stop and get past the 2-second reel? We want to cut past that and have a focus on what is the content that's going to resonate.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we always warn toddlers about, like watching Coco Melon or those shows that are kind of really quickly flicking between this and that. We're not much better, especially when we're immersed in social media all day, every day. So I think being able to cut through the noise, really personable, authentic, real content is going to be huge in 2025. And I predict huge beyond that. I feel like people are always going to resonate more with a face looking back at them compared to text on a screen.
Absolutely. We always say people buy from people at the end of the day. And I fully trust in this statement because I don't ever buy from a faceless brand.
Sorry.
Like I don't. Like all of my, I always come back to like the analogy of skincare. Like when I'm buying skincare, I'm really thoughtful about what I'm buying. I do a little bit of background on it. I look at like who the founders are and like what their philosophy is, ingredients, their values, and I purchase from there.
Yeah.
And that's a small ticket item. Joinery is a really large ticket item. And so we want to build trust. So we call these little trust bombs, right, that we put out into the public. And it's so important for video marketing to do this. One of our clients, and I'm sure he'll be fine with us mentioning his name, Leroy from Reading Furniture and Joinery. He is such a fantastic example of this, right?
Absolutely.
He steps in front of the camera, he talks directly to the audience, and what they then love is when they become a customer, they go, it's you. I'm actually talking to you in a sales call.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like starstruck in a way, which is, really, really interesting to see. But a great example of putting yourself out there means building trust with your potential clients.
Absolutely. And these are the people that are going to be in your client's home or in their business. It's a huge decision.
Yes.
So I think having that element of trust already from the get-go before you've even had that initial conversation or maybe just after is really huge. They've got that proof there that you're a good person. They can kind of get a vibe for who you are and if you're a good fit. And it just is going to make sales that much easier. And this is something we do really well at the Marketing Joint with our media production team. So we've got lovely Riley, and he is in charge of all of our media production. So if you have a videographer come on site for something a little bit more formal than a video that you could just record yourself on your iPhone, we are able to produce that, whether it's for recruitment purposes or whether it's for general branding and awareness of your business. It's something that we are really well versed in putting together for you and something that makes a huge difference for the clients that have taken us up on that.
And what about clients who are constantly filming and then sending through that to our team? How are our teams supplying our current clients with, media production in a social media standpoint? Yeah,
we're kind of really good at getting rid of those ums and ahs. So if somebody's a little bit more uncomfortable behind the camera and they're sitting there and they might have just put their phone up on a tripod or leaned against a stack of books or something like that, and they're doing a quick recording and they're going, cut that out, or let's get rid of that. Our team's great at putting together really short, snappy reels that make it look really authentic and really great.
If you have any questions about the media production agency side of things, jump onto our website. There is a section on the Marketing Joint website around media production and different packages that you can purchase. But you can also jump to any of our videos on the Joinery Coach social media because they're all produced by Riley, our media producer.
Awesome. So I think taking a little step away from video marketing, but not really. I think the second thing that we'd like to really focus on is the shift toward having personalized and segmented content.
Yes.
So making sure that all of your customers kind of understand how they fit into the business and what separates them from the rest of the customers. So you might be a joinery business that targets commercial and residential businesses. How are you separating your messaging for those two clients? They're very different. Going to have mums and dads that might be looking to purchase from you, or businesses that are looking to collaborate from you. And I think it's really important to personalize your messaging for each of those target clients.
Absolutely. Clarity in messaging, clarity in key terms, and what you're trying to achieve. And particularly with customer journey when it comes to the website as well, and also your funnels online. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I know we've worked with some clients around personalizing that customer journey and segmenting it in terms of commercial versus residential.
Yeah, so it kind of starts initially as the customer steps into your business. So it starts from something as simple as your website. Is your website speaking to both people? So we've got clients that will have both target clients, and we've actually separated their website completely. So they'll have two different home pages, two different landing pages. Everything is completely separated because the audiences are so different. And what kind of needs to happen from there is your audiences need to get further segmented out, whether you've got a CRM or whether this is something that's built in automatically to your website. We can then categorize them into things like homeowners or builders or commercial clients. And then from there, we can create really targeted email campaigns or offers that are going to speak directly to that type of person. You don't want a commercial client that's getting an email that says, hey, do you want to redo your kitchen? They might want to do that for their clients, but it's not going to really resonate with them in the way that a targeted email can.
Speaking to different audiences, they're going to have different needs, different pain points. And it's really important that you're not sending out, as you said, an email to a builder about your new kitchen or your walk-in robe. Like, sure, I'm sure that they want to see the quality of your work, but they're not needing to be sales pitched to at all. So
exactly.
Really, really important. What about targeted ads and speaking to different businesses in that capacity? So Meta, Google, how would you tackle that how do you tackle that at the marketing?
Yeah, that's something that is really, really measurable in terms of your ads. So you can actually get really, really niche and really specific with who you want to speak to. So you might want to only speak to business owners in this area of Melbourne who have this budget. And you can be that specific and really niche down your ad. So that's something that is huge. And it also needs to be reflected in the copy of the ad and the content that you're putting out there too. So not just in terms of the targeting and the analytics side of the ads and the setup, but the content that is coupled with that too. So yeah, you really need to be personalizing your content across all platforms. Same with your social media. You want to make sure that your target market is in mind for all of that. And if you're boosting a post, you might have a post that you really loved that you don't think did as well, but it's targeted to your commercial clients. We can boost it and target it to them. So they're going to see it on their socials.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things also is making sure that those bits and pieces of content are funneled to that one point in your website that is targeting that client as well. So you're not sending that client to just a random homepage or a general page. It's actually going to a specific page that is set up that speaks directly to that client, talks about their needs and their wants and their pain points and how you're going to solve that as a business.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're in the business of. We're in the business of getting people leads.
Yes.
So we need to make it as easy as possible for that lead to want to give you their information. And if that means speaking to them absolutely directly, and with emails, it is that direct. You can say, hi, Tiffany. It has their name. It has all of their personal details on there. And that's automatically collected through the website. And we can be that niche. So once they do come into your business, you can speak to them in a way that's going to resonate with them. And that's going to lend itself to making the sales call that much easier as well. Because you're going to say, oh, you're interested in this, this, and this. I can tell because you've clicked on these pages on my site. And you can then make that conversation a lot more easier and flow a lot more better. And they're going to have that element of trust already because they feel like you kind of know each other.
100%, which is a really good way to lead into our talk about AI and automation, right? Using tools using a CRM system, whether that be Monday.com or using a all-encompassing marketing tool like Kartra, for example, to help you send out those emails in a capacity that is not manual whatsoever. We're going to automate it through tags, through timing, through systems and automations in place and that really does take the load off of your shoulders at the end of the day. So we know that AI can often be associated with just like Chat GPT, right? It's only just, but no, AI is just this huge, amazing, wonderful thing that is revolutionizing how we, I guess, operate our businesses, and then how we further market or nurture our clients or potential clients along a journey to become a customer. So talk to me about some of the AI tools that we're using at the Marketing Joint to help nurture clients along.
You can start with something like you said, that's super simple, like ChatGPT. This is probably entry level where most people are familiar with AI. And it is super useful. You can go in and set your business preferences, your tone of voice in ChatGPT in your settings, and then create some really great blog posts or social media captions or content for an email quite quickly. But what we like to do and how we kind of set ourselves apart in terms of AI is these sequences and these automations that can be set up through things like Kartra or your system that you've got your website built on. And it can be used to send reminders or to follow up with leads and just help you make sure that you haven't missed any opportunities. I mean, with marketing, you could be working on your marketing 24/7. So if there's an opportunity for you to save some time and work a little bit smarter and a little bit less hard, why not? So I think as long as you're automating it and segmenting your AI text and you're making sure it's really specific to whoever you're speaking to, there's no harm in it. So that could be something like an email automation. If you've got a customer that you've had a chat with and they're not ready to convert, you can mark them not ready and automate a sequence using AI to follow up a month later.
Yes.
And then that way you don't have to note that down in your calendar and say, okay, 30 days time, I'm going to give them a call. Why not send them a text automated? You can use something like a ClickUp or a ClickSend and send them a text that's automatically going to send in 30 days time that's just saying, hey, just checking in. Have you found your dream joiner to work with or are you still looking? Do you want to book a chat with me? And that's just going to save you so much time in the long run. If you're a small business and you've got a handful of clients right now, you might be thinking, oh, I enjoy doing this or this is not a problem. When you've got hundreds or thousands of clients, it's going to be a necessity and it's better to set it up from the get-go.
Oh, 100%. We've got quite large clients who do upwards of $700,000 of work a month.
Yeah.
$700,000 to $1 million of work in a month. And their sales team are constantly mining leads, constantly nurturing leads, and they don't have time to pop that in their calendar and go, okay, that person wasn't ready. I need to mark in my calendar when they're going to be ready in a month's time. I'll follow up. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Right? It's too much mental load. We already have so much going on in our professional lives.
Yeah.
Why not use automation to make that a little bit easier? And you can do that through tagging systems, automations, lists, all sorts of things. So we prefer cheap plug Kartra. We love using Kartra because it's just such a wonderful, all-encompassing system.
Yeah.
But you can also use a system like Monday.com if that's your workflow, work management, and CRM system as well, which we also use Monday.com. You can use that for timing to send out sequences and follow-ups as well. So I think there are a lot of tools out there that can supplement manual tasks when it comes to not just marketing, but on the sales side of things as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is something that we educate our clients on at the Marketing Joint. And something that we kind of do for them is lead magnet sequences.
Yes.
So having a really attractive lead magnet on your homepage of your website that is going to pull in your target client and then sending them down an automated email sequence that's going to nurture them, super casual, super organic, but it's going to nurture them into booking that sales call with you. And that's kind of where it starts, where you can kind of intro yourself into the world of AI and automation through something like a lead magnet sequence. And once you've seen the power of that, then, okay, great, this person's opened my emails 3 times. I might put them into this sequence that's going to nurture them a little further and making sure that, okay, this person has booked a call. It didn't go ahead. Let me make an automation to follow up with them. So it's every little thing that's kind of admin heavy. We're really lucky in 2025, we can automate it. So I don't really see why not. As long as it's personalized and segmented, it's not going to sound like AI, but you're going to get the benefits of having your own little robot personal assistant.
They really are our personal assistants, aren't they? All right. So in terms of, we talked a little bit about content. We've talked about AI and talking personally to the customer. I think like nothing feels more attainable and personable than talking about social proof and testimonials and providing content that your viewers can trust in when it comes to your clients. So always creating an opportunity for a review is super important. Talk to our clients a little bit about that. So Google reviews, video, what's the view of testimonials? Like, how do we capture this data?
I think testimonials are something that have been a powerful tool since marketing began, since business began. Hearing a referral or hearing a review from somebody that you trust or just another person that you know is not involved directly in the business is huge, because you're always going to be trying to put yourself in the customer's shoes. Were they happy? You've got someone literally speaking to the camera or writing down, I was happy, here's why. So I think that's going to always be huge, but as a business owner, it's going to be about how can you get them in the way that's easiest.
Organic, yeah.
Yeah. So you really want to make this as simple as possible for your client. Something as simple as a Google review or a Facebook review. You can send them a link. You can automate this process as well. You've had a really positive experience with a client. You can tick that box in your CRM to say, great, follow up. In a couple of days' time, send them a text, ask them for a review. But what I think is really huge is video testimonials.
We love that. We love capturing client testimonials. Like we do it. We try to do it all the time for the Joinery Coach, and you'll probably see a lot of our what we call case studies on the website as well. But we do encourage our clients to do that, and we've got some really fantastic clients who have captured this. I'm sure he won't mind me mentioning his name, but Judson from Curveside in the States has done this extremely well. So have the Miller brothers from the UK. They have created some really fantastic video content of their clients speaking to camera, walking through the home, the kitchen that they've fitted out, and just talking out some of the benefits of the spaces that they've created for their clients. And it's not them talking to camera, it's the client talking to camera as well. So I think that is some great examples that we can, I'm sure, pop in the comment section on YouTube if you guys are watching this, to have a look at that. What about the clients at the Marketing Joint? What are we doing there to encourage that?
Yeah, so this is something that they can set up really simply themselves, and we're happy to send through scripts and ideas of how to actually get your clients on board. It can be something as simple as we'll get a photographer out to do a shoot of your kitchen. You can get these beautiful photos of your home. We can take some photos of yourself and your family in the kitchen in exchange for this review. And you'll find a lot of customers are just happy enough to do it. You might have to get someone who's a little bit more confident and a little bit more out of their shell. But, it is going to really be worth it in the long run. And it's something that we can repurpose a million times over for your content. So our team is really good at then clipping these videos together, putting them out on your socials, but also putting them on your website, what people say about us, our reviews, our work page on your website, having a video there of the kitchen that can be walked through, because I think we're all really cautious of doctored images.
Yes.
We see a beautiful photo, we think probably too good to be true.
Now it could be AI.
Exactly.
As well, like AI produce photographic quality images, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great, and it's also not great, right? Because you don't know what to trust. You're like, is that AI?
Is that real? Did Ariana Grande really shave her head, or is this AI? I think having a video there, we know that's real content. We can see somebody speaking to camera, they're real. They're walking through their home, their family is there. They're saying something that's really authentic in a world that, not a lot is in the world of content and marketing. So I think being able to really have that social proof stand true is huge, and it's worth getting a videographer out. It is worth having, the team at the Marketing Joint produce something for you. it is definitely going to stand the test of time, and it's something that's going to be able to be used and reused a million times over.
Timeless.
Absolutely.
Yeah, timeless testimonials. Bit of alliteration there. Is it alliteration?
Yep.
All right, so taking to our next point, where this is one of, I think, Claire's powerhouse knowledge topics, is Google Ads, SEO, search. I think that it's so important, and it's one of our newer initiatives that we're offering at the Marketing Joint.
Yeah.
What's going on in that space, and why would a joiner want to, I guess, invest their marketing budget into that?
So this is definitely probably the biggest thing that we're bringing into the Marketing Joint in 2025 is the inclusion of Google Ads, SEO, and a focus more so on how your website is presented for Google and to be preferred on Google. So for those who don't know, SEO is search engine optimization, and that's basically an organic way of being able to get your website to rank first. If somebody is searching for Joiner near me or cabinetry in Melbourne, how can we make sure that your website is first organically? Where Google Ads comes in is when that SEO isn't built up yet, or if you have somebody that you're really competing with in terms of SEO, Google Ads is going to make you first automatically because of the ad that you're purchasing. Something else that is really huge in this space is people always holding their phone now, talking to Siri and saying joinery business near me.
I do that all the time.
Me too. And it's something that's inbuilt in your website's SEO. So if you have those keywords and those backlinks set up to associate with a term like joinery business near me, your website's going to pop up first. So this is kind of where it gets a little bit nitty gritty, and it's not something that a business is going to be like, oh, okay, no worries. I'll go into the back end of my website and update all of the meta links and the keywords. Something that you're probably going to want to get help for. And it's something that we have got an expert on board for at the Marketing Joint. So this is a huge change for us in 2025, but being able to optimize for local SEO is really a game changer. And that is really people's first port of call usually is Google.
Yes. I know I certainly Google literally everything
Same.
if I'm not asking ChatGPT where it is.
Yeah, exactly. But ChatGPT pulls that information from SEO as well.
Exactly.
So making sure that that's all really optimized is usually a massive, massive step. But that doesn't mean that that's all you can do. I think so many businesses make the mistake of having a beautiful SEO optimized website and that's it.
And then their content on social media is
Abominable, disgusting.
Social media will help your SEO, guys. I'm looking
Yes.
straight down the camera now.
It really will, because people are going to go to the website. They might say, oh, this is amazing. This is great. This is really polished, beautiful content. Who's behind the brand? They're going to go to the Instagram. It's going to look like it's made from 2003. You've never updated it, or you've got
breakfast, right?
awful content. And they're going to think, oh, is this the same business?
Yes.
Did they link the wrong business? They're going to go to your Facebook and it's going to have no reviews and no face behind the brand. They're going to think, oh, this kind of just looks like they've posted the website pictures from their website on Facebook with like either no caption or a couple of words. So making sure that this is really cohesive is huge. But I think it has been a long time coming. Our clients have been really established in terms of their website and their social media. And it's great for us now to involve SEO and involve Google Ads, because I feel like if clients have the organic side of their business really functioning well, opening themselves up to ads is great. And it's going to work 10 times better than if you didn't have that organic side.
I also feel like it works in reverse, right? If you've got all this amazing social content out there, but your website is a dog's breakfast.
Yes, exactly.
That's going to hinder your brand. So in line with that, we look at like brand continuity, and that's also going to help you improve your SEO as well.
Absolutely. And I think the main thing, and probably the last big trend, I wouldn't really call it a trend, it's something that's ongoing forever, is your metrics and knowing and understanding why your metrics are so important. And that's probably something that, if you're getting leads, you're probably thinking, oh, I'm getting leads, something's working. But you need to kind of know what's working and what's not. So if it is an instance of, oh, my ads aren't working, but my organic side's working really well, but I'm pumping all this money into ads, how do I know when to hit the brakes?
Yeah.
Or how do I know what campaigns are working if I'm running multiple campaigns? Or how do I know that if I run a particular promotion that it's working? You need to kind of have your finger on the trigger. And this is something that we do really well at the Marketing Joint, is presenting the metrics to our clients each month, from organic and from paid. So that way, we can have a chat through it. We can talk through what's working and what's not. We might need more content from you. We might need to do some paid ads for you. And we can always kind of know what's working. And that's like the big rule of marketing: test and measure, test and measure.
Yes.
Making sure that everything is ticking the boxes that it should.
I think one thing that I really appreciate about the Marketing Joint is how we are able to translate what metrics actually mean to our clients, because they can so easily come into a call and go, I have no idea what that means. Like, what is reach? What is impressions? Clicks? How many leads are you getting? What does that actually truly mean? How many of them are A-grade leads? And getting them to understand what those metrics mean for their business is one of the most important things that we can do for our clients.
Absolutely.
And one of the most important things I think that you guys can do as, I guess, joinery businesses in the industry. It's okay to get a metrics report, but if you don't contextualize it with the scope of the business, then you just have a piece of paper or a PDF file. You're not really doing anything with, and you're probably putting hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into marketing and not seeing any return. So actually having an understanding of what metrics mean, how they matter to your business, and following that along is super important.
Absolutely. It's something as simple as content. If we've seen a content piece do exceptionally well in a month, might be something that we look to repost 3 months down the track, because it's resonated really well with your content or your clients. It could be a page on your website that is outperforming the other pages that we could optimize, or we could add a lead magnet pop-up on to hopefully get some client engagement. So it's just about knowing what's working and doubling down on it, and knowing what's not working and improving it.
Yeah, 100%. I was watching a Instagram video the other day, and it was talking about how to assess your Instagram reels, what has done really well, like what got the most views, the most impressions. And then using that to, like, later on in content, so reposting that, because Instagram's going to reward you for posting things that are going to get high engagement, and they're going to reward your account for that. So there's lots of hints and tricks that we do in the background.
Absolutely.
And metrics is fundamental to that, right? Because we need to understand what's going on.
Absolutely. So that is a little bit about what 2025 is going to look like for us at the Marketing Joint. If you're not a client of ours and you're wanting to come on board, we are actually running a promotion at the moment where we can do a free marketing audit for you. So we will drop the link in the notes below. And if you like a free marketing audit and you can see what we'd like to improve on in terms of your website and your content and how you're appearing on Google, you can do that. It's completely free, and you'll have either Tiffany or myself live recording very custom and personalized video for you. We practice what we preach.
Yes, we really do. It's been really great having you in the studio. This is Claire's first time in the studio, guys. We're often on Zoom together having a bit of a podcast chat, but nothing beats in person.
That's it.
Having a good chat together. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up this episode of the podcast, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.